Hey guys, all right, so you're going to look to buy ingredients online. You're going to get them in bulk and you want to produce a food product. Now, can you get sales tax exemption for that? Because in a big way, you can save a lot of money if you make sure you don't double up on your taxation for your food ingredients. So I'm going to discuss the differences and how that works and explain to you how you can apply for that sales tax exemption right now on Marketing Food Online. Guys, all right, so I wanted to do this video really quick. Sorry, it's a little impromptu. I'm in my office, and I just thought I would hurry up and get this video up and out. I had promised a handful of subscribers to do it, so I wanted to just get it out, and the information I'm going to give you, I'm going to get right to the point. So there is a sales tax exemption, and what that means is, bottom line, if you are purchasing a product, and then you are going to use it to produce another finalized product and sell to a customer, you need to not pay taxes on that. You don't collect taxes or pay on it twice. If you buy an ingredient at a store, let's just say Walmart, okay, and you went there and you bought a big 10-pound bag of flour and you're making cookies, you could get an exemption. So when you go through the register, they don't charge you sales tax on that product because the state sees it as you're going to produce a final product, and when it's sold within your state, you, the manufacturer, are going to collect the sales tax on the back end of the product, okay? That's a real basic example of sales tax exemption for a manufacturer. Now, the other one is actually a reseller. So let's say you were in the clothing business and you bought a whole bunch of sweaters at the local store and you wanted to mark them up and make a profit and sell them, but you're not exactly manufacturing the shirt. That is a reseller exemption. So when you go through the line, again, very similar concept, when you go through the line and you purchase the sweaters themselves, and because you're looking to resell them, that is a reseller's exemption, okay? So the idea is this. You don't want to pay your tax, okay, at the register when you buy it, and then collect tax when you sell it. The idea is to do it once, and if you are manufacturing, you would be getting an exemption as a manufacturer, okay? Now, every state has a different kind of process, if you will, to apply for it, but it's not very hard, it's not difficult, and it's not something that is that hard to maneuver through all of the red tape. Basically, what you're looking to get is a sales tax certificate registration. Sales tax registration certificate, that is what I got in order to operate our business. And what that certificate actually tells me as the business owner, my responsibilities is I need to collect sales tax when I sell something in the state that I'm in. Okay, now with the new Supreme Court ruling, if I'm not mistaken, that happened just recently, online commerce is now going to charge taxes and collect taxes if you sell a product, and let's say you were in Florida and you operated a business and a guy in Colorado bought something from you, you have to collect sales tax on that transaction. That's a whole nother video. I don't want to get too deep into that right now. But the idea for the sales tax exemption, let's just keep it within the state, is that I'm going to produce a product and I will collect the tax and then send it into the state, okay? The Department of Revenue within your state is responsible for collecting the money from you, the business owner, on behalf of that transaction, and the amount, whatever that is. Of course, every state has a different percentage of sales tax. You need to make sure that you collect that sales tax, okay? So at the end of the day, making it very short and sweet, and this is to the point, yes, if you own a business, I would highly recommend, obviously, you need to apply for the sales tax certificate, but apply for also and bring in, I believe it's the ST-5, I'm looking down at my computer, ST-5, I believe is the document, and I'll double check that. And that is what you would bring to the retailer. So again, let's just use Walmart as an example. If you buy bulk sugar or flour, or buy eggs or just milk in bulk to produce a lot of baked goods, and it's a local store that you get it from because maybe you're starting small and you're in a local market under the cottage food law, let's say, you're going to go there and they're going to give you a card, and that card is going to be issued by that store on behalf of Walmart, and that will allow you to get exemption from having to pay taxes. Now, the question that I got just recently that motivated me to make sure I got this video up as soon as possible was from one of my subscribers, and it was actually the question of, hey, if I buy an ingredient online in another state, can I get exemption from that company? Let's say I got a great deal on corn syrup for some candy, and it was in Colorado, and I lived in Florida, and I bought that from that company in Colorado. Can I get a sales tax exemption? You would need to contact, the business you're buying it from, and let them know that you have in your state, you have a sales tax exemption. So how can I apply for an exemption with your company? Because I'm going to be buying corn syrup or flour from you all the time, and I'm not want to double up on the taxation for the ingredient, okay? So double check with them and ask them specifically what is their process for getting your sales tax certificate to be valid and recognized on behalf of where you are in your state to get an exemption when you buy from them. Most of the time, companies will allow you to get that exemption. I know there's a packaging company that I buy from. They actually have a presence. They have a physical address presence in this state, and I get an exemption from tax when I buy from them. And of course, they do charge for shipping, but I can't get an exemption on their shipping. But the taxes, they don't charge me because they have a physical presence in the state, and they know that what I'm getting, the gift boxes or the candy boxes or anything that is used to create a finalized product is something that I won't pay tax on. I'll actually collect that at the sale, okay? So I hope that explains it really, really briefly and kind of to the point. Make sure, number one, you are incorporated, and then file for a sales tax certificate of registration. And, and then you want to make sure that any of the surrounding area, the stores you go to, if you go locally to buy an ingredient, maybe you buy something at a restaurant depot or some type of food service depot, maybe it's near you or in your city, make sure you show them that you are not going to pay tax up on that. Now, really quick tip, and this is pretty cool to be honest with you. If you are incorporated, let's say you've been in business for about a year or so or longer, and you've actually been paying taxes on ingredients and such to create your finalized food products under your business, okay? Some states, and of course every state is different, you need to contact your Department of Revenue. Some states will backdate the sales tax that you have purchased and give you back the money that you've paid up until a certain point. Don't quote me on a dollar amount because every state is different and the time frame is different. Some states will go back 6 months and say, hey, you know what? If you paid $100 with a sales tax, they'll give you that money back. Just show them that you've actually been paying on this when you, in reality, should have been getting the tax exemption. Okay? So it's a really cool thing. I actually took advantage of that. I was able to call my state's Department of Revenue, and they actually go back 3 months. But hey, 3 months is 3 months. It wasn't thousands of dollars, but it was a pretty good thing. So they'll go back a certain time frame and literally give you back the sales tax you paid out for those ingredients. So a couple of really quick tips and really good things to think about, and double check on that again with your state. But follow those tips, go through the process, and remember that you have to, as the business owner, you have to speak up. You've got to talk to these businesses that you're buying from and say, look, I've been paying sales tax. I need to give you this. I don't want to double up on paying, et cetera, et cetera. So try that out. And if you have any other questions, again, as always, let me know down below, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And I'll see you on the next video. And I want to thank you guys, by the way. I'm nearing almost 5,000 subscribers on my channel, and it's a big motivator for me to continue to give you guys information and help you develop your food product and your food business. I always appreciate the feedback, whether it's good or bad. Feedback is feedback, and I love it. And I always appreciate everything you guys give me thumbs up and a lot of positive pats on the back, if you will, virtual pats on the back. So I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you remember, if you have anyone that you know, by the way, a family or friend who can benefit as always from my video or my channel, please send it to them and let them know. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.